In a world of live action remakes from Disney, well, this time we have one from DreamWorks. Disney, take notes.
The Review Warrior.
So How to Train Your Dragon was directed by Dean DeBlois and it stars Mason Thames, Nico Parker, Gerard Butler, Julian Dennison, Nick Frost, Peter Serafinowicz, among a whole other cast of characters. As an ancient threat endangers both Vikings and dragons alike on the Isle of Berk, the friendship between Hiccup, an inventive Viking, and Toothless, a Night Fury dragon, becomes the key to both species forging a new future together. So going into How to Train Your Dragon, I was kind of skeptical, but also I was excited for it. It looked like DreamWorks took a lot of care while doing the remake of How to Train Your Dragon. It was good to see Dean DeBlois come back as the director, so when the director of the original film comes back, that's always got to be a good sign, right? Well, in the case of How to Train Your Dragon, that is right, because the new How to Train Your Dragon was honestly one hell of a surprise, and here's why. So going into what I liked first about How to Train Your Dragon, we have Mason Thames playing Hiccup. He was exactly like the original, to a T, although he didn't have the nasally voice that Jay Baruchel had in the original. Well, he kind of did in some scenes, you know, and he's like, "Thanks for nothing, you useless reptile." That bit was quite funny in the remake, I won't lie. And I don't think I've ever seen Mason Thames in any films yet. Let's have a look. He was in The Black Phone. I don't think I've seen The Black Phone yet. I know there's a second one coming out, but I feel like I need to watch The Black Phone. The more you know. But yeah, either way, he was good in the film. And coming back in his role as Stoic, we also have Gerard Butler. Oh, it was good to see him again. He looked exactly the way he did in the original. I know he voiced Stoic in the animated version, and he was great back then, and he's just as good this time. It's like he never left the role. It's like he was always stoic the whole time.
You would the whole time?
I'll let her have this one. It was good to see Gerard Butler playing Stoic. Also, a little shout out to Nick Frost playing Gobber the Belch. He was honestly funny in this film. And fair play on Nick Frost. He's lost a hell of a lot of weight, hasn't he? Props to you, Nick. And I won't lie, Julian Dennison playing Fish Legs. Oh, he was quite funny. He reminded me of myself, given all the stats, you know, the stats of characters and all that stuff. Like when he was talking about one of the dragons, he said, "Shield ability, 17," or something like that. It's always like me when I give facts about films. It was oddly relatable. Don't know why. And I've got to give props to them bringing Toothless to life. Like, making Toothless live action. They didn't mess it up. If they would have messed Toothless up in this film, I know a lot of people who would be pissed off at that. But I'm glad DreamWorks took a lot of care making How to Train Your Dragon, you know, bringing it to live action. I do love how well they treated the film, so props to them. I gotta be honest though, when the flying scenes, they were cool. And hearing the score by John Powell, hearing that again, especially in the first flight scene, oh my god, so epic. It is exactly how it was in the original. Also, that's something else I want to talk about as well. Don't go into this film expecting the complete original film, because there are some tweaks to it. There are some scenes added to this film too. While I was watching How to Train Your Dragon, I did notice some scenes that were added in. And when they were playing, I was like, wait, that wasn't in the original. So it was good to kind of see more fleshed out scenes. I know a lot of people don't like them. Well, a couple of people don't like the new scenes, but personally, I didn't mind them. Now, going into what I didn't like about How to Train Your Dragon, I do think it should have been a little bit shorter. The film is on for 2 hours, 5 minutes, which is about half hour longer than the original. In my opinion, it should have been cut to like 10 minutes shorter or something. It definitely didn't need to be 2 hours, 5 minutes. I mean, that's the thing with recent films as well, like the length. In some films, with it being long, the film is kind of longer to its detriment, unfortunately. it does kind of dwindle down the enjoyment of the film. And I found that How to Train Your Dragon was a little bit too long. But like I said, that's very common in recent films. I mean, look at Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Good film, a little bit too long. No disrespect to Nico Parker. She plays Astrid in this film. She was alright, but in some scenes she did come off a bit wooden. It was as if she got her acting tips from Kristen Stewart in Twilight. But either way, that's pretty much my opinion on How to Train Your Dragon. So, you know what time it is.
Verdict time.
So in the end, How to Train Your Dragon was a pleasant surprise. I loved the remake. It was definitely a lot better than the remakes we've been getting recently. Looking at you, Snow White. I love the acting. Mason Thames was good as Hiccup. It was good to see Gerard Butler back in the role as Stoic. Some of the flying scenes were amazing. So with that being said, I'm going to say that the How to Train Your Dragon remake is a damn good time. So the How to Train Your Dragon remake, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what is a DreamWorks animated film that you'd love to see in live action? Whether it's Shrek, The Wild Robot, Flushed Away, or even Madagascar. Probably not Madagascar. Either way, whatever it is, comment below, let me know what you think. I've been the Review Warrior. Thank you so much for watching and checking out this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and be sure to check here for more reviews coming soon.